All right, so I created a video roughly 2 months ago about why you should never buy a Mustang GT, and a lot of people took that video to heart. And it was never meant to be a video where I make it seem like I absolutely hate the car, because I don't, and I own one, so that should show that I don't hate it. But anyways, today I'm bringing you a video where I talk about 7 reasons you should absolutely go out and buy a Mustang GT. So let's hop right into the video. All right, now the Mustang GT is powered by a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8, and depending if you get a 2021 model year or prior, or a 22 model year, you can get 460 horsepower, 450 horsepower, and 420 pound-feet of torque, or 410 pound-feet of torque. Now you have 2 transmission options. You can get the 10-speed automatic, which is a really quick shifting automatic transmission, and that's what's in my personal Mustang GT, or you can get this one. This one is equipped with the MT82 6-speed. Now, what the great things about those transmissions is you do get automatic rev matching if you get 2019 plus model year GTs, and it does have hill start assist. So you do get some nice creature comforts that come with that manual transmission, but it makes the car a lot more engaging to have that transmission. The only reason I got an automatic is because I had an EcoBoost manual and I realized I didn't want to drive that around the city all day. Now, the second thing I want to talk about are the transmission options. So you get 2 transmission options when it comes to the Mustang GT. You can either get a 10-speed automatic, which is a pretty quick shifting automatic. It actually only loses about 10% of its power every single time it upshifts into another gear. Or you can get a 6-speed manual transmission, which makes the car a lot more engaging to drive. This is the MT82, and though it has known to have its problems in the past, honestly, most of the time it'll be fine. It has nice features like auto rev matching and things like hill start assist, which make it just a more daily drivable manual transmission. Now, the next thing I want to talk about are the drive modes in the Mustang GT. You get plenty of them. You get normal, you get Sport Plus if you have the manual. If you have the automatic, you get Sport and Sport Plus. You have track mode, drag strip mode, snow and wet, and normal. You also have this one called My Mode, which is basically like individual mode in something like a BMW, where you can customize individual parts of the car to your liking. So if you want the the drivetrain in sport, which gives you better throttle response, and you want steering in comfort, you can have that. If you want the exhaust and track while everything else is normal, then you can also have that. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about, and this is a little like daily driver focused, is the amount of cargo capacity and passenger volume you get in the car. So the Mustang definitely has a larger trunk space than the Camaro, with 13.5 cubic feet of cargo space. And on the interior, you get 82.8 cubic feet of room in there. Now, another thing I want to talk about when it comes to daily driving, and this is really important, is the amount of visibility you get in the Mustang GT. So, unlike the Camaro, where I can literally put my finger and my thumb on top of the steering wheel and touch the ceiling, this one I'm touching the windscreen. So way better visibility out of the Mustang when it comes to the size of the windshield, the size of the mirrors, and it makes it a more comfortable and practical car to drive around, especially in packed, cramped cities. All right, and the next thing I want to talk about is going to be the electric power steering in the Mustang, which makes it so much more customizable. Before 2015, the Mustang had hydraulic power steering, which means you couldn't really change any of the steering modes or how the steering felt at all. But in 2015, they switched the Mustang over to electric power steering, which gives you 3 steering modes that you can use at any time: normal, sport, and comfort. Now, personally, when it's just a late night and I'm going home, I want to be in comfort mode. But if you are taking it to a track or wanting to drive a little harder and you need more input from the steering wheel, then switching it over into sport mode at any time is an amazing benefit of this car. And the next thing I want to talk about is the interior as a whole. I think that the Mustang's interior is very comfortable. The seats are nice and soft. Sync 3 is aging, but it is still a good operating system that has Apple CarPlay, which is what I use. If you get the 401A trim level, you do get this large gauge cluster right here, adaptive cruise control. You can get lane centering assist. You do get a bunch of storage space on the interior. The back seats are decently usable, not crazy, but they're okay. And then generally, you get soft materials mostly everywhere you're going to be touching. The interior of this is actually really nice compared to some other of its competitors out there. And And the last thing I want to talk about is the exterior design of the car. I love the fastback look that the Mustang has. I think it's aggressive, I think it's stylish, and overall, I mean, Ford did a really good job in 2015 and in 2018 when they overhauled and first released the S550 Mustang. It comes with plenty of customization options, different packages depending on what engine you get that make the car look completely different. This one is finished in rapid red with the black accent package, as you can see with the rims, you can see with the mirror caps and the roof. And honestly, I think it's just a very customizable car. And those are 7 things I like about the Mustang GT and why you should consider buying one. Now, if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more from us, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.